Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nancy Norton.
Me, kids. I am an older comedian. You knew I was older. My name is Nancy. Nancy. Kids, they haven't made a Nancy since 1964. And I am not a late model Nancy, let me tell you right now. Let me tell you this way, my neck fell. My neck fell. It is not coming back up. I got the creepy neck. And I cannot afford a neck job. That sounds dirty. Doesn't that sound dirty? Neck job. Anybody ever get a neck job? Anybody ever give you a neck job? All right, we got a taker over here. Come on in here. Bring it on in here with old Nance. Get you a neck job. I am grossing everyone out right now. Cannot afford a neck job. Cannot afford. Come on. Are we all on mushrooms or is my face sliding off my skull? It is so weird. So weird. I can't afford it. I can't afford a facelift, so I just put a chip clip back here. Get a chip clip. That's my merch in the lobby. It actually works, you guys. Actually works. You have no nerve endings in the middle of your neck, right back here. Yeah, did you test it? You are part cat. You could be picked up and set down. You put on a chip clip and a smile, tilt your head up, takes 10 years off your life right there. Come on. Gets me back to a Jennifer or a Heather. Feels so youthful. Get the Ozark facelift, that's what I call it, my chip clips. I'm from the Ozarks. Hold your applause. Subtle, easy. Not bragging. Now I live in Boulder. Hold your booze. Ozark to Boulder, right? That's a little contrasty, huh? Conservative progressive, that's what I am. This is what happens when a Republican does mushrooms. Everybody do some. Let's all unite. Let's bring the country back together. We are all part of the one. I wish that was a joke. I'm not joking. I really do want to bring it back together. I'm not kidding, y'all. I don't like the division in the country right now. It's hurting me deep inside. Because so many of my family in the Ozarks, my Republican family members, and my progressive friends, and there's a discord right in this area, right here, because they're all beautiful people, been fed a bunch of shit. Thank you. Testify. Got one person? Anybody else? Don't believe everything you read on the social media. I'm just saying, it's the oldest rule in the war book, right? To divide and conquer. Who's dividing us? Ask yourself, and that's all I'm going to put out there on that. Like I said, Ozark, Boulder, I call myself a hypocrite. Eat a lot of chicken fried tofu, you know what I'm saying? Seriously, I am an Ozark vegetarian, very rare, very special. I have a cookbook in that lobby right now, the Ozark Vegan Cookbook. And it is all meth recipes. Delicious! Okay, kids, have you tried the meth, Very popular cookbook. Yeah, so popular, I had to make a sequel to that cookbook. Comfort foods you can eat with or without teeth. Tater tots, mostly tater tots. Throw them back, swallow hard. With a little bit of whiskey. All right, cheers everybody, open bar, how we doing? Cheers. Cheers to the open bar. I did another comedy special that didn't start with open bar. I don't know if you're familiar with the brand, but it's another bar. Closed bar. Closed bar. This is not that special. I was telling Ron, I'm like, can we name this special Sipp'n Whiskey and Talking Dirty? Because that other special, I had to really watch my shit, you know what I'm saying? I was performing for the Mormons, and I couldn't even talk about coffee, you know? It's a lot in the contract. You had to check that out. Anyway, back to my meth recipes. Let me talk to you. Anybody else find it ironic you cannot say the word meth without your teeth? That is God's rehab plan right there. Let's heal. You go down to your gas station, try and score you some meth. They're going to hand you a map to a rehab center. I like to heal. I want to heal people. I can't. I just found out I can't heal people. I learned that during my psychedelic trauma therapy. You think I'm joking? I have a lot of trauma, and I ate a lot of mushrooms with a therapist for 6 hours and did this amazing journey and learned so much about myself. I am a healer of sorts, but you know what it is? We have to be co-healers. You have to want to heal. I can't force other people to heal. I have tried it in several marriages. I either want to heal you or kill you, and I cannot decide. And I do have a criminal record, but I have been through a divorce or two. I don't want to brag. Been through 2 divorces because I have a type, and my type is sociopath. I wish that was a joke. Seriously. Well, I alternate between really kindly alcoholics and sociopaths, every other one, you know. But sociopaths, if you don't know what a sociopath is, a lot of people, I had to learn from the Safe House, and I know this is kind of heavy for the comedy show, but I literally had to learn from the Safe House that I'd been with a sociopath for 11 years, and I share this in the spirit of comedy, because I have a podcast called Traumedy, Coping with Trauma Using Comedy, and it really does help. Otherwise, they win, you know what I mean? You gotta make fun of it, you know? Laugh at their ass. They try to destroy you, but you laugh at their ass, okay? So I had this beautiful relationship. I have this beautiful child. I had fulfilled my dreams of having a child. I have a child, which is scary probably for a lot of you to know. I raised a young man. He's 20 years old right now. I got him to 20. Feel pretty good about it. I did not birth my son in my 40s. I adopted him. Or as he says, I bought him, but let's not go into that. That's not how it works. It was a journey of love, okay? It was a journey of love. Although I did have a Groupon. Let's not dwell. No, it was not a Groupon. There's no Groupon, okay? If you're adopted or have adopted kids, it really was a journey of love. It was a tax credit, is what it was. But I didn't even know that at the time, so anyway. Just had adopted this beautiful being of love and light into my family, and then I realized, oh shit, I'm with a crazy person. Well, anyway, point is, I forgot what the point was, actually. I seriously forgot. Oh, I know what it is. When I feel shame, I have to take a sip of my medicine. That's my shame. Shut down the shame! Okay, I feel better. Don't self-medicate unless you have to survive, okay? It beats the alternative sometimes, right? And then you can get into recovery later. I am in a recovery program, not for alcohol, but for codependency. Because I'm a sick person. I really do want to try and heal other people. I can't heal you, but I can bring you the frequency, and if you want to match the frequency, then you can heal yourself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So let's raise the frequency in here right now. You guys want to raise it? Woo! You feel it? Feels good, right? So I have this pattern. I learned from the Safe House. Sociopaths, okay, they're not all serial killers like I thought. No. They just have a lack of empathy. They just lack insight into themselves. They lie a lot. They cheat on you, but they're really sexy, so it is worth it. So if you are a codependent empath and you want to date a hot sociopath, jump on my new dating app, traumabond.com. Traumabond.com. You get in that relationship real quick and you can't get out. When you log on to my new dating app, you're going to hear our theme song. It's that old Pina Colada song for cheaters. You kids, any of you kids know the Pina Colada song? Do you like and getting
caught in the rain.
if you're not into
Yoga,
but you have
the brain.
if you like making love
Midnight,
in the dunes of the Cape, then I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape. Beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause, especially that guy right there. Beautiful ballad about a couple of cheaters who write a personal ad. The kids don't know. It was a personal ad. It was in a newspaper. Maybe you don't know what a newspaper is, but it was... Anyway, it was a different time. And then they found out, oh, it's you. They go and meet each other. They wrote to each other. They were cheating on each other. You know how it starts. It's like, I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long. Okay, so. Now granted, she wrote the personal ad first. He saw the personal ad. He wrote back, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing. Then they get together at the bar and they're like, oh, it's you. And then they end up together and it's beautiful. When you log on to traumabond.com, you're gonna hear that song with slightly different lyrics, okay? Do you have a lack of empathy and insight? And get away with your lies? Do you like sneaking around at midnight? Hooking up with other babes on the side? Then I'm the empath you've looked for. Please take me for a ride. And steal my house. True story. All of that was true. Lost my house, but I kept my son, so that was all. All's well that ends well. Got the beautiful child. And yes, I have a lot of generational trauma in my family. My son's from Nepal. I had to adopt the Buddha light into my family to combat our generational trauma. You know what I'm saying? But I got through it. And I'm a 5th generation nurse, and there's a lot of wounded healers out there. Any healthcare workers out here tonight? Thank you. Give it up for the healthcare workers. Thank you. Thank you. Right? I know you. And when we have been so wounded, somehow that teaches us how to heal others. And we become a little bit codependent in that situation, and that's okay. We can work on that, set our boundaries, take care of ourselves. But I'm just saying, I am a 5th generation nurse, and that's as long as they've been called nurses. Before that, we were witches. So do not fuck with me. The last sociopath who stole my house is dead now, and I didn't even touch her. So... I know, were you afraid to hear her? I don't think you were like, oh my God, were you, anybody, do I look a little like a cross between a lesbian and another lesbian? Which is ironic because I'm not a lesbian. Anymore, okay? Not after that one. I resigned, I quit. Okay, I didn't retire. I was fired, okay? I was fired. I was fired after 20 years of service. 3 tours. Yeah, one of those was in Alabama, so that was extra credit. Has anybody served in the LGBTQ in Bama? You get hazard pay down there. It is dangerous and it is difficult in Alabama. I don't know if you're familiar with it. This is a true story. In Alabama, they have outlawed, in the entire state of Alabama, they have outlawed a pleasure-penetrating device. Y'all know what I'm talking about? She understands it. She gets it. No, it is illegal in the entire state of Alabama to have a pleasure-penetrating device. Yes, a senator stood before the legislature there in Montgomery, and he pled his case. We shall not have in our state a pleasure-penetrating device. It is immoral, and I will not be replaced. Did I say that part out loud? I mean, it's against God's will. That bill passed in Alabama. Henceforth, in Bama, they are known as dill-don'ts. Dill do not. Dill better not. Dill shall not in Alabama. I am not kidding y'all. It is a misdemeanor. It is a misdemeanor and a $10,000 fine. Yeah, don't take your don'ts down there to Bama. Seriously, is anybody in law enforcement? I'd like to know how you're enforcing the law. Who's going in confiscating all the don'ts in Bama? Seriously, what's your strategy? I want to hear your strategy. How you going to go in after the don'ts? What are you going to have, a special unit? Thank you. Maybe a canine unit? Maybe a pack of wiener dogs going in after? Takes one to know one. Wild pack of wiener dogs. Get it, Sparky. Go, Sparky. Drop it, leave it. Drop it, damn it. Sparky, come back. Damn it, Sparky ran off with the evidence. Sparky ran off with the evidence again. How you gonna enforce that law? Seriously, I'm so curious about it. What are you gonna do, build a wall around the entire produce section? Testify, come on, testify, come on. Who among us has not felt lonely on a Saturday night and looked longingly into a crisper? You can't help it, it came to you spontaneously, you had a need. You're innocent, don't feel bad. You just open that, ooh, a cucumber. Cucumber looks different to me now. Right? So this section, you guarding the cucumber. You over here guarding the carrots. The tapered end, what? Yep, they're for anal, everybody knows. Carrots are for anal. You guard those carrots with your life, and you tell them, leave the greens on. Testify, leave those greens on. You got to get a way to get that back out of there. Yeah. Honey, it's gone. No, your bottom was hungry. It is gone. You have a vacuum. Leave the greens on. Take it from old Nurse Nancy for safety. Leave your greens on. You up in this section, you're guarding the kumquats. Kumquats don't do the job, but people get confused by the name. Kumquat, come never again, I'll tell you that. Come nary a bit. Come not at all. We're sipping whiskey, we're talking dirty, let's do it. Cheers. Ah, I love bourbon when it goes right here, it goes sideways, feels like love. Oh, if you're in sobriety, stay there. You know why you're there. You fucked up real hard. And I hit bottom, I think I mentioned, I hit bottom with a carrot. I hit bottom. That was not in my script. Truth serum. I'm gonna drink a little truth serum right there. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, shoot, Betty. All right. And now, I don't know what I am right now. You guys might be looking up here going, what the fuck is this? I don't know either. I don't know what I am. I'm like that can in your cupboard, that can in your cupboard, the label fell off. You waited too long, you're like, I'll remember, but you forgot. You're like, what the fuck is this? I don't know either. Honestly, I don't. I'm a codependent can of whoop ass up here. Open this up, I'll be whatever the hell you need me to be. I got you. You need savory, you need salty, you need help with a math problem, I got you. I can't help you park your car, that's the only thing I can't help you do, because I got a crazy lazy eye. I don't even know if you knew I was talking to you that whole time. I got a divergent eyeball situation. It's related to some trauma. I don't want to get into it, so I make jokes about it and say it's from my Easy Bake Oven, Makes it more manageable that way rather than shaken baby syndrome. But let me just say, it's funnier, right? It's funnier than somebody just slammed me down and like, I don't like this baby. Oh, I wish it was a joke. Okay, so listen. That's my whole, maybe that should be the name of my special. I wish this was a joke. But we get through it and we become gifted healers and we become, comedians. You know what I'm saying? I got through it. I had some near-death experiences. I saw the light of all that is. And I'm okay. And so I'm just trying to share that with you guys. I hope you love yourself. The main thing I'd want you to do is love yourself. Because if you love yourself, the whole world's going to be a better place for everybody. And it's so easy to project hate onto others. That means there's something inside you that hasn't healed, that's all. So keep working on that. If you're hating anybody, go, okay, what is it about me? Because this is what happened, dude. I'm telling you, I got some wisdom from the medicine, from the mother medicine. I'm telling you. Watch the Fantastic Fungi and tell me if I'm wrong. But I went and I did therapy and I cried and I grieved, and I'm in this recovery program where they're like, the best thing you can do is grieve the losses, like accept it. Don't say that shouldn't have happened. My mom shouldn't have treated me that way. That guy shouldn't have done that. That woman shouldn't have stole my house. She's dead now. Anyway, she shouldn't have stole my house. She, you know what I mean? Her lies killed her. But anyway, I don't wish anybody ill. I didn't wish her dead. But like Mark Twain said, I didn't ever wish anyone dead, but I have celebrated a few obituaries. I'm freer without her in the world. But I will say, my son, I came up with this joke. He's like, Mom, this is when he was like 10. He goes, I like certain words, like words where you can cuss inside of them, like obituary. So that's how I spell it. Anyway. Have a good time. That's the main thing. Stuff has happened to us, right? We've been victimized, but we are not living in that victim energy. Live in the light energy, and then more good things happen. You can learn from suffering, but why not learn from the light, right? Why not learn from delight? I know I'm getting preachy because I really wanted to be a preacher, but I'm doing this. Amen. Testify, my brother. But seriously, I was eating some mushrooms, talking to my therapist, crying about the shit that happened to me, going, I'm a crybaby. I'm just such a crybaby. And she's like, Nancy, you have survived sociopath abuse. You spent 6 months in Kathmandu, Nepal. You traveled the world as a comedian. You're a badass. And I was like, what? I'm a badass? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a crybaby badass. And then I go, now I gotta go pee-pee. So I went into the bathroom, and I was under the influence of some psychedelics, saw my soul in the mirror, and I'll tell you what, I didn't give a shit about the creepy crepey neck or the jowls or my jacked eye. I was just like, oh. It was better than any drug I've ever been on. And I know that they call it a drug, but honestly, it's not to me. It's like, most drugs are to avoid feeling, and this is like to feel everything. But if you're not meant to do it, like if you have a tenuous relationship with, reality, maybe skip it. You're already there. You know what I mean? You don't need it. I'm just saying, if you've ever been called schizophrenic or psychosis, you're already an evolved being. You don't need it. You know what I mean? I really believe that. You already have seen all that is. Okay, they'll probably cut this out of my special, but I don't care. I'm here for you guys, right? So okay, questions, concerns. Where do we go from here? I'm trying to date, but it's really tricky right now because I'm postmenopausal and I'm back to my pre-puberty love interest level. You know what I mean? Like, I have no sex drive. I'm like, let's build a treehouse. I mean, I'm back to being an 11-year-old tomboy. Come on, kids. Who wants to build a treehouse with old Nance? It's weird. Like, I don't know how to put that in a personal ad. Like, hey, do you want to get together and, I don't know, hang out and cuddle? It's just wild. And I don't even know, like I said, I don't know my labels. I'm at least 3 or 4 labels of the LGBTQ, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'm a B. I'm a barely sexual. I'm kind of a pansexual, bisexual. I have sex every 3.14159 years with anyone who will have me. And as an old tomboy, the kids are teaching me, I know this is wild right now with the pronouns and all that. Here's the pronoun that I want to get to take off is one. What about that? What about the indefinite genderful pronoun of one, what do you think? One. Nope, I can't get it to catch on. This next one and that one, and this is one's bourbon. One. One, the pronoun of one. All right, cut that out of the special. I do like the kids' nomenclature. The old tomboy, I don't know. Old Tom Grandpa, I don't know. Maybe non-binary works, I don't know. But Uncle Nance, some people call me. Kind of fits. I used to say I was gender fluid, but I'm so old there are no more gender fluids. Things have atrophied down south, you know what I'm saying? It is an arid climate down south. It's kind of a squeaker, kind of a... I can't even sneak up on anybody at this point. I've been kicked out of a lot of libraries. Not for that, but I have dyslexia and I read aloud. So I'm trying to date, and I'm on the old people's dating app. I'm not on Tinder, I'm on Timber! Sponsored by Viagra and coconut oil, right? I think I mentioned the arid climate. Also, things have atrophied, so it's like, if you haven't worn an earring in a long time and that hole closes up. Ouch, that's my safe word. Ouch is my safe word. So I'm on Timber and trying to meet a man, and I'm not having a lot of luck, I gotta be honest. But I have tried. I'm trying to remember the joys of blissful union, intimacy, sexual intimacy. I don't know why I'm struggling to tell you. I have had sex, okay? I know it's awkward to think about, but I have tried it. But yeah, you can't, at this age, you got to plan ahead to make sweet love. You can't just jump in the backseat of the car and go at it. You got to think ahead. Like, honey, you get your little blue pill, get your Viagra, I'll get the coconut oil. We'll meet back here in 45 minutes to an hour. Synchronize our crotches. Pretend it was spontaneous. Which it is because we have short-term memory issues. You ever take the medicine, forget the plan? What do you want to do till the medicine kicks in? I don't know, maybe read a book. We'll just sit in bed and together reading books, and then you get involved in your novel. I was reading a World War II novel, and then all of a sudden the U-boat surfaced, you know what I'm saying? It scared me, it was enormous. I had a startle response to the U-boat. I'm like, that's what it looked like. I was like, oh my God, what did you do? Take 2 pills? No, that is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous size. I cannot, no, I'm sorry. There is not enough coconut oil in the world to accommodate that in my dry dock. Captain, permission not to climb aboard. Keep that to yourself. Seriously, I was freaking out, and then I realized I still had on my reading glasses. They're magnifiers, kids! I had on my 2 powers. Like, oh my God, is that a U-boat or a dinghy? I'm more of a dinghy kind of gal. Anyway, so if you've been in a long-term relationship and you want to spice things up on a Saturday night, head over to the Dollar General, get you some 2-3 powers. Hell yeah, it's like being with somebody new. Like, woo, gets me up to a B cup. Super exciting. And again, don't worry about those girls down in Alabama. I know I brought that up way long time ago. Maybe when they edit this, they'll put that at the end of that. But I forgot to tell you this. Like, really, again, take your pain and play with it. That's what Charlie Chaplin said to do. Like, this whole aging process, make fun of it, The betrayals, have fun with it. And then these girls down there, that there's oppression going on in Alabama for men, women, all genders. Well, you can't buy a dildon't in Alabama. Well, don't worry. Those girls down there can whittle. That's a lesbian blowjob. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Peace and love. Love yourselves. See you right. Love you guys.